You are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2, sorted in non-decreasing order, and two integers m and n, representing the number of elements in nums1 and nums2 respectively. Merge nums1 and nums2 into a single array sorted in non-decreasing order. The final sorted array should not be returned by the function, but instead be stored inside the array nums1. To accommodate this, nums1 has a length of m plus n, where the first m elements denote the elements that should be merged, and the last n elements are set to 0 and should be ignored. Nums2 has a length of n, so whenever they say ignore the last whatever numbers, reminds me of the moving zeros problem. Sorted array makes me think of some sort of binary search type of thing. 2, 5, 6. Then we go 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6. Explanation: the arrays we are merging are 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 6. The result of merge is 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, with the underlined elements coming from nums1. If int nums1 is just 1, m is 1, nums2 is empty, then you just output edge cases. Kind of similar to this, if either of them is 0 or non-existent. What other edge cases can we expect out of this? I don't want to call it edge case, but when the numbers have overlapping values, then I think this may involve like a two-pointer sort of idea somewhere. Somehow we just have to keep the non-decreasing, which means increasing order. Final sorted array should not be returned by the function, but instead be stored inside the array nums. So our approach is going to be, so one pointer is going to point at nums1, another for nums2. So I think the while loop is going to be what determines when to stop the. So the idea here is we loop through both of the. So I'm worried about overriding the nums1 array. How do we? But if it is true, let's say I'm kind of guessing because I feel like I'm rushed. This is the problem. So we incremented I, so now we're here. So I is 1 and 3. J is still 1s or 0, so 3. So then 3 is greater than, we're overriding, so something is going wrong here. We knew it was going to be two pointers because we're looping through two different ones. Recognize two pointer, I don't know edge case exist, even if handled incorrectly. Self-awareness, something's wrong here. Misunderstanding the problem's array structure. nums1 already has space allocated for nums2's elements. The last n slots are zeros. The merge happens in place into nums1, your edge case assignment. The local array, not the actual array. Wrong merge strategy, you're destroying data. This problem with in-place arrays. The classic fix is to merge from the back, where the zeros are. And what's k? Last slot in nums1, m plus n minus 1. I knew that we were overriding as we were merging, but I didn't realize you're supposed to go backwards because of it. So is that the main difference? Merging from the back eliminates the override problem entirely. You only write into the zero padding zone until it fills up. The approach intuition was reasonable, which is why it's not lower, but the core merge logic needs a rethink. So my code, if I try to read again, I try to start with edge cases where, like, if they're both empty, or if either of them is an empty array, then we try to assign it something, but starting from the front till the end, if nums1 is greater, then we put the nums2, but we are not even using temp variable or anything. So something's getting lost, and that something is the nums I. And to circumvent that, we're supposed to go from the back. I think that is what happened. I just want to clarify this one line. So because nums1 has the length of m plus n, where am I currently writing is k. And they said m plus n minus 1 is the last index of the array. I feel like when they give you the numbers, like these formulas, like we have to write it somewhere. Alrighty. So just go from the back and work on the logic a little bit. Okay, so today we tried to do number 88, merge sorted array, and as we tried to fill in our tracker, the main mistake was trying to merge forward. Apparently merging array that are sorted, we're supposed to go from the back. And the key lessons, we can use the constraints as hints. So here, these constraints maybe we should pay more attention to. While in place, plus sorted, think backwards. Reassigning a parameter doesn't mutate. Yeah, that was a pretty big mistake. Trust your comments. It's not that I don't trust my comments. I'm just like, I don't know what to do about it. One thing I want to clarify is I wasn't sure how I was supposed to address the edge cases, but I guess back to front solution by nature allows us to not have to deal with it. And that's another beauty of it. Edge cases that need explicit handling area are often a sign of the core logic isn't quite right. A cleaner algorithm frequently absorbs them for free. What kind of clarifying questions could we have asked? About the inputs, can m or n be 0? Are there duplicates value within or across? Can values be negative? I didn't think of it, but I feel like that's like just assumed, kind of, is how I felt, but should probably clarify. Do we modify in place or return a new array? Is there any return value or is the mutation itself the answer? How could we have reached O of n log n? Oh, so if we were to have clarified this, we could literally just combine and then sort. I did have this in my mind, but I feel like if I were to mention it, I would need to explain that we're okay with O of n log n. Today's problem felt doable. I don't feel like it's like a very difficult concept. I feel like if I were to see this problem again, I would remember, hopefully, that we emerged from the back. But I'm wondering, like, that sort of problem solving experience in like real development, if you just face enough problems and you just learn on your way, or if we're supposed to think of that reasoning on the spot, like without having seen this. Are you supposed to see that merge from the back because you're gonna be deleting it? Like, I wish I could have seen it without me being able to see that that's the only way, just because that's how I did it in the past. How do I get to thinking in that direction without experience? When we're beginners, I feel like it's more important to memorize and understand the standard way people do certain things. And tomorrow's problem will be binary tree in order traversal. I'm gonna need to do some review because I sort of understand what they do, but I don't know if I. Wow, these are a lot of trees. How exciting! It's a whole week or two of trees, and I would assume that this is some sort of dynamic programming, perhaps. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and take care. Bye.